Addiction today on the show. Kung meron po kayong mga kamag-anak, kaibigan, mga mahal sa buhay na is going through something like this, whether alcohol abuse or drug abuse, sana po marami kayong natututunan. We have Reuben Dator here joining us. He's an expert. He's actually a registered nurse and a psychiatric and alcohol addiction specialist. Hello and welcome back to the show. Ryan is back once again. Meth user for 8 years and sober for 12.
Yes.
We were talking about this earlier. Ryan, when did you hit rock bottom? When did you realize na ayoko na to?
Actually, I overdosed in methamphetamine. Half my body was numb, and I was rushed to the hospital by my friend. And the funny thing was, I was so into it, I was even, doing it while I was being rushed to the hospital.
What?
Yes.
But see, your friend was there, and your friend was essentially enabling you as well. And this is where the question earlier comes in. Friends and family, what role do we play in an addict's life?
Enabling is such a powerful element in terms of addiction because, unfortunately, my observation is that in the Filipino culture, it seems embedded for us to express our love to our loved ones, to just go, always be there to support them despite of their self-destructive behavior.
Right, turn a blind eye too. Well, your family and friends, what was their reaction when you were in that slump?
Well, when it's like when I'm drunk or, the people that I love, those are the people that I hurt the most.
Okay.
And when I was in the middle of this whole thing, but they still keep loving me.
Okay.
It does not matter what
But were they loving you to the point of enabling you, or were they loving you to the point of yung trying to teach you a lesson?
Well, it's more like it's like a borderline enable kind of, like the Filipino way that's like, you are still my son, or you're still my
I'll accept
brother.
you no matter what. Reuben, we'll talk about that because sometimes too, when you're addicted, you tend to also be manipulative. Nagpapaawa. Ginawa mo ba yun, Ryan? Nagpapaawa ka. Minsan, magta-try ka different approaches para maintindihan ka. You feel na you're the one that's being misunderstood.
Right. Actually, during the time I was doing this, my grandmother was the one always telling me to come home, and she tells me, look, very sickly, and I'll tell her, yeah, Grandma, I've been having a rough time. Just let me do this on my own.
Right.
Let me do my thing. But I feel like he said, you'll hurt your loved ones when you're doing all these.
So if there are families out there watching us now, and they have people in this situation that they love, what do you suggest they do? Yun bang ano ba yun, pagmamahal na tough love? Ganun ba?
Well, people need to understand there's such a thing as codependency, where you don't know where to end. You feel good because your self-worth is the fact that you feel needed by other people in order for you to draw your own happiness.
Right.
So we just can't, it's difficult to separate that. As much as it's there, but people don't understand it.
Okay.
And tough love is something that once you understood, you may have to. One example is if you have a loved one who have been arrested and is in jail, and is it tough love not to go there and bail him out?
Right, right. Is it tough love not to go there? Do you suggest?
It is.
But do you suggest we do that?
I suggest you do that, especially if it's a repeated.
Recurring, yeah. Do you think, so you were in it for 23, do you think that if somebody gave you tough love and said, blah, 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 wala kang bahay, wala kang natitirhan, do you think it would have helped you earlier?
Well, it comes to that part that I had no place to go.
Yeah, yeah. But do you think kung mas maaga yon, nahinto na agad yon?
Well, it's a very, very tough call. It's a difficult call for somebody to do a tough love.
Right.
But I do, if nothing else works, and then that's it.
Okay.
I mean,
if nothing else works. And that's the thing. We're talking about cure now, how to help you guys. But when we return on the show, how do we prevent this from the very start? Nip it in the bud at the start. And we're going to be talking about that when we return. Prevention. Don't go away.